Okay, guys, so I put a poll on my Instagram about what you guys wanted to see. If you wanted to see like March favorites or like an update video. And a lot of people, it was actually really split and it was really close. A lot of people wanted like the update video, like life update or whatever. And then people wanted the favorites video. So I'm kind of going to compromise and I'm going to film my AC too loud because it's like really hot out. Sorry. So I'm going to compromise and I'm going to do the update video, and then I'm also going to film a current favorites because I figured I've been gone for so long that it would probably be more appropriate. I was gonna say apropos, but I was like, what am I so bougie, like talking like that? And I was gonna do a sit down like update video, like totally, you know, like in my little room that I film in. And then I was like, you know what? I want Starbucks, so I went and I got my freaking favorite drink. I ordered a venti, but they gave me a grande, and I was like kind of bummed because it's so good, but it's okay. Anyway, for anyone asking, I post this on Instagram. It is the mango dragon fruit refresher with coconut milk. Technically, it's called the dragon drink, but not many places know what the dragon drink is. And I just had this whole conversation with my barista. He's like so cool, and I ordered it, and I came through, and he said, I made that drink for you the last time. He goes, and I made it for myself, and he goes, and it's really fucking good. And I started laughing. I mean, I was in the drive-thru, and I was like, I know it is. And he's like, and thank you for ordering it correctly. It is so good, guys. Like, it really is good. He's like, thank you for ordering it correctly, because people will come and try to order stuff off the secret menu, and they don't know what it is. Like, they don't know what's in it. So I said, I know, like, the dragon drink, like, was a thing, but if you order it, some people might not know where it is, because, like, other Starbucks I've gone to, and I've ordered that, and they're like, I don't know. So anytime I order it, I just order technically I order a venti coconut, you know, a venti mango dragon fruit refresher with coconut milk. So they use coconut milk instead of water, and it is so good. And it's kind of like, it's better than the pink drink. I don't like the violet drink, but it's, like, so much better than the pink drink. There's just, I mean, I like mango as well, so I guess if you don't like mango, you wouldn't like it. But if you like for me, like Starbucks, I would so much rather get like a refresher or like a tea or something rather than, I don't have lip product on. I have to put my lip product on. But I would just rather get that than, like, I don't really drink their coffees. Like, I'm not like a huge latte like kind of person. Like, I don't know, like, it's weird. Like, I guess at different places you have different things that you like, and this is not the update video. I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't talked to you, and I have not filmed since February, and we're in April, so it's been a really long time since I filmed. It might not feel that way like on YouTube, but it feels like that way for me. So I'm here, I'm talking, I'm in my car. It is so hot. It is 86 degrees here in Florida. This weather has been nuts. So I have my drink, and I figured I would film my update video here, like kind of informal, because it's not really like a huge, like, oh, crazy life update. It's really not. What happened is, so I had filmed, and I just want to make sure the sun is not, is that better? I don't really care, guys. It's like not supposed to be a sit down formal video, so if it's dark, oh well. So I want to start by saying I never had any intention of like not filming, of like just stopping filming. Like, I didn't. I really had no, I just didn't plan on like not filming. Like, I never set out and said, I don't want to film anymore, I'm not going to do it. It just, things happen in life that you really have no control of. And a lot of times it started like there was like one thing after another of stuff that I had to do. And it cut into the time where I would film. And so for like the first few weeks, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I have videos that I've pre-filmed that I could put up. And then, so I did that, you know, and then when I was getting ready to film, I just was like, you know, when I finally had time, I was just like, I don't feel it. Like, I didn't feel it in my heart, and I didn't want to sit there and put on a fake front and try to film. And you could tell that my heart wasn't in it. And I was just like, I don't know what to film. And it was like weird because it would have been time for February favorites. But I was just like, I don't know what to film. I don't feel I don't feel it. I was like, all right, well, I'll get over it. So then the next week ended up being my mom's birthday, because now we're into March, so it was my mom's birthday. So I wasn't gonna film her birthday weekend, and she even said to me, she's like, "You're not gonna film on my birthday, are you?" I was like, "No, we have plans." So, and we did. Like, we went out to dinner, and I, baked her a cake, and I mean, it was like a really nice, like, day. Like, we had like a really nice weekend planned for her. So then that happened, and then the week after that, I was gonna film, and then I didn't, and I was just like, oh God, what's wrong with me? Like, I just didn't feel it. And then I got sick. And then I was just kind of like, okay, well, I have to film. I was like, I don't want to like abandon, everything I've, and then I got sick, and I got the flu. I got a cold and I got the flu at the same time. It started off as a cold, and it turned into the flu, and I had a fever, and I had chills, and I couldn't get out of bed, and I was like, it was miserable. And I have not gotten sick like that in a very, very long time. And I think it was just stress and everything else, probably, and then the change of weather. And I blame it on the weather too, because one day it was 40 and the next day it was 80, and then it was 30, and it was 50 in the 60s and the 70s, and like, it fluctuated, and it was like, really, I blame it on the weather, and I blame it on, stress too, and not sleeping. So that's kind of like where I'm at. And then, of course, Spike, my dog, for those of you that don't know, my angel baby, my 10-year-old baby boy, decided to, I noticed something under his chin. I was rubbing his belly, noticed something under his chin, couldn't tell what it was. He wouldn't let me look at it, because of where it is, like it's right here. And I took him to the vet, and they discovered it's a tumor. And right away, the one vet thought it was malignant and made me take him home that day with sedation meds, like the kind of medication that they give the dogs that don't like their nails cut. So it'll sedate him but not knock him out, but like make him loopy. And I had to bring him back, and they said, okay, give it an hour and a half before you go, and he'll be perfect. Because of where it was, and they needed to do a biopsy, and he doesn't stay. He hates the vet, and he doesn't stay. He's all over the place, like me. So I did that, and I gave it to him, and like, it wasn't kicking in. Like, it was kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. He was kind of chill, but not really. So I'm like, how are they going to do this? So I brought him there, and he was kind of all over the place, and my mom came with me because I had to leave work. That day I left work twice because I took him in the morning, and at that point I really didn't give a shit. I mean, I said to my boss, I was like, first I was like, I'll take my lunch early to take him, and then I was like, okay, when I had to bring him back, I was like, I'll make up the time. Like, I didn't care. Like, I cared, but I did not care. Like, when it comes to, I'm sure, if you have kids, when it comes to your kids, or like for me, for my fur baby, my dog, he's like my child, he's like my son, I was like, I have to go. So then my mom came with me when we had to do the biopsy, because she was worried too. She loves him just as much as I love him, and he's her grandchild. So, but anyway, she came with me, and we were trying to hold him. We were trying to do the biopsy. He was moving. The first time he stuck him and didn't get anything, so he was bleeding, and I'm like, my heart is like breaking. I'm flipping out, because right away, just looking at it, he thought it was malignant, and he was gonna have to get it removed. And so then, of course, I was Googling all that, like, waiting to bring him back. It's like the worst thing you could do. So he got a little bit, and then he left, and it felt like forever. And I was really still sick at this point. Like, I was still like sick. And so I'm sick, my nose is running, I'm sneezing, I'm coughing, I'm like sick, I'm worried about him, and I'm just like in a really bad place. And finally he comes back, and he's like, well, surprisingly, I didn't see what I thought I was going to see, and I just saw like white blood cells, so it's probably just like a histiocytoma, and it's like, the generic name is like a button tumor, which is common, but no one knows really what causes it. And it's really kind of ugly looking. Like, when I can get under there and snap a picture of it and look at it, it's really like a red, it looks like a little red round button right here, right under his jaw, but like further down, and he will not let me touch it. Like, he won't. And I mean, it must hurt him or bother him, but anyway, so the doctor said to just leave it alone. It should heal him. He should heal it himself within a couple months. But he itches, and he itches like this, and all of your dogs itch and roll and rub, and you know, it's right here. So every time I would look at it, he would kind of like nick at it. So I think ultimately he's going to end up having to have it removed. Not that because it's malignant, but because it's, I don't want him to injure it and get infected, because I can't get medicine on it. He won't let me. He will not let me put anything under there. He will not let me touch it. Like, and you don't understand. He is so smart. I tried one time and I got it on him, and then he knew the trick that I did the next day, and he wouldn't let me. They gave me an antibiotic cream. Not that there's any medication that actually heals it, because there isn't. The antibiotic was just to kind of prevent infection, but he won't let me. So I have a feeling we're gonna have to get it removed, and I'm really dreading that, because for him at 10 years old to have to go under anesthesia and to have surgery is not something that I want to think about. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of my life, worrying about my dog. Oh, and then he started licking his paws really bad again. And if you guys were with me beginning of the year, they diagnosed him with a staph infection, and that's what was the cause of all his itching and his inflammation, and he just gnawed himself like raw. They diagnosed him with a staph infection and a yeast infection, and the staph infection probably went undiagnosed for over a year until I had a different vet in the practice diagnose it correctly and they do the tape strip, which they've done in the past, but I don't know if they weren't looking for it or they just, I don't know. So he was on medication for a good almost month and a half, and you guys know he was not taking it. Like, it tastes so bad, and I was asking for advice to how to get him to take it. But that's beside the point. And so I thought it was back because of the way he was chewing himself. So I took him back to the vet and had a different doctor in the practice. I guess they're just bringing different ones in. And it used to be like a really small, when I first moved here, it was like a really small place. And the one doctor that I really liked, he was really good, but he wants to eventually retire, so he sold it to some other guy. I don't care for him at all. He basically told me one time to put my dog down because he had allergies. That didn't go over so well. Anyway, so I had a different doctor, and he said, he checked him, he said, no, the staph infection isn't back, the yeast infection isn't back, it's just allergies. And I want to believe him, but I don't know if I should, if I could, because he didn't do a tape test. He just kind of looked at him. But the way he was chewing himself, it was like he had the infection. But then they gave him a Cytopoint shot. I know a lot of you guys that watch me, your dogs get Cytopoint. When Spike got it a year or so ago, and he got it for a while, and it didn't work, I now believe probably because he had a staph infection underlying is probably why it didn't work, because nothing would have, so we were treating the wrong thing, I believe, for all that time. And so he got a Cytopoint shot because he said it was allergies, and everything's been really bad here. And so we were giving him Apoquel twice a day. I was giving him Apoquel twice a day. And he said, cut back on that because I really shouldn't be. And I was like, well, I need to give him relief. So he told me to give it to him once a day. And then he got the Cytopoint shot. And then they took blood and they're going to do allergy testing. And I know it's not the most effective because it's, it's blood and it's not like the ones where they shave him and inject him and stuff. It's not that, but I didn't really want to do that. But they took blood and they're going to do some allergy testing and try to see if they can pinpoint what exactly it is, just so we know better what to deal with. And they took blood from his neck, and then they came in and they took him away to do that. And they came in and they said, we're having trouble getting it to clot. And we're holding pressure and an ice pack on him. I'm freaking out, thinking to myself, I should have never done this. I should have never let them take blood and never let them do a, blood test, because now my little 10-year-old son is bleeding from his neck, and it won't stop, and I'm not there, and I just was like, I felt like I was gonna lose it. And then they left, and then they came back and they said, okay, well, you know, we have the ice on him now, and then we'll bring him in. Then they finally brought him to me, and I just like held him, and he was just like in my arms, and he did not want to leave me. He must have been so traumatized, and I felt so bad. So I made sure he got a McDonald's chicken nugget, because those are his favorite. He loves, and I don't care what anyone says, he loves a chicken nugget. I take off the breading, and every once in a while when he gets a treat, you know, because of something like this, I let him have a chicken nugget. Even though he can't eat chicken, I let him have a McDonald's chicken nugget. So I made sure he got one that day. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I've rambled on for 16 minutes about my life. And then I decided, fuck this, I'm going to film. And I said, I'm just going to put aside whatever is going on inside of me with that doubt and that questionability of filming and YouTube and all that, because I'm just so tired of worrying about it, worrying about subs and views and this and that, and it's so overwhelming sometimes because you see it all over social media and all over everyone trying to, and I'm just tired of it, and just kind of want to enjoy what I do, and that's talking to you guys and sharing products, and just kind of let it be. You know, it is what it is. And I've always said, you know, if you can share my channel and help me grow, I appreciate it. I'm not looking for anything to gain from it. You know, I just want my channel to grow. That's it. I just want to reach more people. And I can't do that without you guys. So if you want to share my channel, please do. And hopefully we will be able to grow. Anyway, my drink is still really, really good. Even though a venti would have been better. Let me share this lip combo. It's not really a lip combo. Do I even have anything on my lips? I have leftover liner. I got a Kylie lip kit because Ulta sells them now, and I think I have that on left over, but so I've been like filming this whole time without lip. Hang on. Hang on, let me find it. I know I don't have a liner with me because I didn't throw it in here, but I'm going to share this. This is the Nude Sticks matte lip color in Blossom, and I've just been like really loving, I'm going to use this as a liner as well. I've been using this as just a lip. I've been really into like the nude matte lips, but like a pinky nude, like either like a pinky nude, like a cool pinky nude. And I guess you go through phases, and I just kind of tap this in. Sometimes I put a liner. See? And I just press that into my lips. So that's that. I don't have a tissue. Oh well. But now I have lips on, so I filmed that whole video with no lip color, just like leftover. Okay, looks okay. I could put a gloss on, I guess. I have so much. You wouldn't believe the amount of stuff that fits in this bag. I'm just gonna put a little bit of gloss because it's a little dry. Because I didn't have lip balm. This gloss does not match this color. By no means. But I'm just putting it in the center of my lips. So we have that. Okay. I have this. I have my lip color, right? I shared my lip combo. I talked about everything that's going on. I think that's it. I think I've talked enough, right guys? I'm just sitting here chatting away. That's it. So I will, like I said, I'm going to film a separate video. This is going to go up first because it's my update, and then I will film a current favorites. That's gonna have everything. And another thing I want to say, and then I promise I will end this video. I am gonna stop the Friday favorites. I know some of you aren't gonna be happy about that. I know some of you really like it, but a lot of times it got a little bit overwhelming for me because I couldn't. It was hard. It was hard to make sure I always had it filmed for the week, especially if I didn't have time to film. And I found I really do, and you know, I know it's whatever, but they really didn't get a lot of views. And I know a lot of you liked it, and a lot of you like the lifestyle favorites, and I do too. Like, I prefer that over beauty, but I have to put out what people want to see. And if a lot of people don't watch them, just not going to film them, because then it's kind of a waste of time for me, because I can then put that time in to film something else. So you're probably going to I'm probably only going to have like 2 videos a week on my channel. Just, you know, quality over quantity. That's what I feel. I'm not just going to pump out filler videos or stupid videos that I personally wouldn't watch, you know, so I'm going to stop those. I will still do a lifestyle, like maybe like once a month or like every other month or something. I'll do like a lifestyle favorites maybe, or just kind of incorporate a few really good standout products in my monthly favorites, you know. So I'll try to figure it out, and I won't like remove them all together, but I will try and see a little bit about what I'm going to do, you know, as far as still incorporating it on my channel. So that's that. So I'm sorry guys, but it's just for right now, it'll just work for me. If they got more views, then yeah, and if it wasn't so, you know, like I said, time consuming and trying to film them. So anyway, that is that. I want to thank you all for sticking with me, for checking in. I know I got a lot of messages asking me where I was and when I was coming back and kind of everything. So here's my update video. You'll see this, and then I promise you will see the current favorites video after this. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you very soon.